So, how are we doing today? We have the Copa America draw. To be quite honest, I apologize for that. I've been a bit sick today. This is probably the most important tournament the U.S. men's national team plays this cycle outside of the World Cup, and the draw will happen in 15 minutes. So, if you're on the rewatch, just skip forward 15 minutes. That's when the draw will start. And obviously, we'll be doing a reaction, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on this. Obviously, I follow CONCACAF quite a bit because of the U.S. men's national team, as you can see right here in the background. And then I also follow CONMEBOL quite a bit, thankfully, because of Brazil. And I got my Palmeiras jacket on. So today I'm Brazilian, I'm American. It doesn't really matter which one I am. But these are the pots. These are the pots. And how's everyone doing in the chat? Once again, if you're on the rewatch, you can drop a like in this video and skip 15 minutes forward if you want to just see the reaction to the groups with Pete. Pete will be here very soon. And if you just arrived, also drop a like. Now, going on here, before I put a quick word from our sponsor, and yes, Pete will be here in like 10, 15 minutes. Oh, crap. I almost spilled coffee all over my table. That would have been a disgrace if that happened. If I spilled coffee all over my table, I'd probably have to cancel this stream. It would have been disgusting. We're going on. Pot 1, we have Argentina, Mexico, the United States, and Brazil. Pot 2, we have Uruguay, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. And then pot 3, we have Chile, Panama, Venezuela, Paraguay. Pot 4, we have Jamaica, Bolivia. And then it can be Canada or Trinidad and Tobago, or maybe Honduras or Costa Rica. I could go on and tell you which would be my dream group. Let's do this. Before the draw starts, let me do a group prediction for the United States. This is my group prediction for the United States. With absolutely nothing to back what I'm about to say. Nothing. I'm literally just guessing right now what I think will happen for no reason. I'm just going to do it because I'm bored and I got nothing else to do. So I'm going to say the group will probably be USA, Colombia. We're going to get Colombia. That's my guess. Colombia. Then after Colombia, we're going to get Chile and Jamaica. That's the group that I think the United States will get. USA, Colombia, Chile, and Jamaica. Now you may be asking me, why do I think that? I don't know. I just guessed it. I literally just guessed it. I'm not bullshitting any of you. But anyhow, before we continue, I'm going to put a quick word from our sponsor, Underdog. The link is on the description if you want to go play Underdog yourself, Underdog Fantasy. You can watch the draw, the actual draw in FS1. This will be a reaction. I'll do an analysis on the groups as well. I'm going to put a quick word from our sponsor. But in the chat, let me know, what is your dream group for the United States? And what's your nightmare group for the United States? So essentially, dream is the one that would be the best in your opinion, and nightmare would be the worst. I don't know why I'm explaining that. Quick word from our sponsor. I'll be back in 1 minute and like 12 seconds or something like that. I don't know. And thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for sponsoring Tactical Manager TV. Underdog Fantasy is a fun game to play prior to any soccer match or basketball. Or football as well, but we don't talk about those two in Tactical Manager TV. Sometimes basketball during live watch-alongs. I have been playing Underdog Fantasy for over a year now. You can download the app by using the link on the description of this video, and you can also use the promo code TMTV. And Underdog will be matching your first deposit for up to $100. And in the process, you'll be helping the channel avoid bankruptcy. The game I mainly play is called Pick'em. You just click on it, scroll to the soccer section, and pick a player for a specific match and select the stats that you believe will be lower or higher. It's very easy to play, but be smart about your picks because it's not easy to win. I'll be playing some Underdog Fantasy during some match live streams or match live watch-alongs, so stay tuned for that, as I will be forced to cheer for a player or root against him. Now, I am a professional hater, so I'll probably be rooting for the player's downfall. Once again, don't forget to use the promo code TMTV and use the link on the description of this video. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for sponsoring the channel. How creative is that? TMTV. I'm so creative. So creative. There was also restrictions of what I could pick. Try not to get canceled here. But let me see here. Dream group. So Isaiah said that he would want Uruguay, Venezuela, and Canada. That's a tough group. Venezuela has been really good in World Cup qualifying. They tied Brazil away. I watch a lot of CONMEBOL. I would not underestimate this Venezuela side. They're not brilliant by any means, but this is not the Venezuela that is a punching bag that many of us are accustomed to. Uruguay, they've been pretty damn good in World Cup qualifying, especially under Marcelo Bielsa. Now Canada, yeah, that's a weak opponent. The Canadians are not very good. Also, Canada didn't even qualify yet. They still have to beat Trinidad and Tobago. They should beat Trinidad and Tobago, but you never know. The rude Canadians are just not very good. And then Roberto is saying his dream group is Uruguay, Bolivia, and Venezuela. That's not an easy group either. I mean, you put also the same one, Venezuela and Uruguay. Uruguay is an amazing team, and Venezuela is a tough team right now. Like, this is one thing I think many people that don't follow CONMEBOL know. This Venezuela side has not been a pushover. They've been looking decent in World Cup qualifying. They tied Brazil away. They've been playing well. They're qualifying to the World Cup as of now. So I wouldn't underestimate Venezuela. Now, Bolivia, they're altitude merchants. And if Bolivia doesn't have the altitude, which they won't have in the United States, we would, to play in the altitude here, you'd have to play where, in like Colorado. Colorado is not even a venue. So not concerned about Bolivia. Alan Rossi saying dream would be United States, Peru, Panama, and Bolivia. Yeah, Peru is in an iffy situation with their whole coaching. I don't even know what's going on in terms of their coaching situation, but Peru's not doing very well. They're in last place in CONMEBOL qualifiers. Panama, probably the weakest CONCACAF. Actually, no, Jamaica. Panama is probably with Jamaica, obviously weaker than Mexico and the United States. And then you put Bolivia. Yeah, Bolivia is, to me, even though Peru is behind Bolivia in World Cup qualifying, Bolivia, to me, when you take away the altitude, they're the weakest team in CONMEBOL for, I would say, quite a bit. I would say Bolivia is the weakest one. Albert is saying United States, Uruguay, Venezuela, and Jamaica or Canada is the dream to truly test us. I think we're going to be tested regardless, because if we get a very easy group, we'll advance. And if we advance, we're going to be playing probably Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Colombia, whoever it is. There won't be easy games in the knockout rounds. That's what I'll say. There won't be easy games in the knockout rounds. So I'm not worried about being tested in the group stage. And I also want to say this again. People are saying, will Greg get fired if we fail to get out of the group? Greg will get fired if he loses the locker room. If he doesn't lose the locker room, he will not get fired. That's how things work. But everyone, if you just arrived, make sure to drop a like, and you can check the link on the description for Underdog Fantasy. On Saturday, we have the MLS Cup final. And with the MLS Cup final, I'll be playing Underdog Fantasy live. So I'm looking here on Fox. The actual draw will start in 8 minutes. Argentina is already in Group A, Mexico is already in Group B, and the United States, the host nation, will be in Group C with Brazil in Group D. One side of the bracket, and if you guys want to, I can put it up here. One side of the bracket is all Group A and B. So Mexico and Argentina are in the same side of the bracket. Same side of the bracket, okay? If you go to the semifinals, it's just Group A and B on one side, C and D on the other side. So the United States, if we make it that far to the semifinals and Brazil doesn't lose early, we would be playing Brazil in the semifinals, maybe earlier, depending on what happens. Tom Byers is saying, do you think Venezuela will qualify for the first World Cup? I think there's a good chance. I can put up here on screen, if you want, the CONMEBOL qualifiers table. And I can put it up here. Let's see here. CONMEBOL qualifier. Let me get the table up, and then we can give it a look what it's looking like. I think that's a good thing to do, because a lot of the fans of CONCACAF that we have here at the channel, they don't really follow CONMEBOL. But this is the situation with CONMEBOL right now. Argentina leads the qualifiers with 5 wins and 1 loss. They lost to Uruguay. Then you have Uruguay in second, Colombia in third, Venezuela, Ecuador, Brazil. Then Paraguay, Chile, Bolivia, and Peru. I'm gonna say it this way. Argentina will qualify, Uruguay will qualify, Colombia will qualify, Ecuador will qualify, Brazil will qualify. So that's 5 teams. There are 6 direct spots, and there's a 7th half spot that goes for the Interconfederation playoffs. I think Venezuela could finish top 7. I don't think it's too crazy, because essentially Venezuela is competing with Paraguay. That's okay. Gustavo Gomes is a good center back, Miguel Miron, and Ciso, some good players, but nothing too crazy, just a good team. Chile is washed. This team is done. The golden generation has been gone, and the generation after the golden generation, it's not made of silver. It's not made of bronze. It's probably made of paper. It's like their paper generation or something like that. It's just a terrible generation. So Chile, I don't see them doing it. Then you have Bolivia. They're just altitude merchants. I can't see them qualifying. Peru should be able to bounce back, but Venezuela has a 7-point lead over Peru with roughly what 1/3 of the games played. So can Venezuela qualify to the World Cup? Yes, I think it is. I think it's very much possible that Venezuela could qualify to this World Cup. I think they might qualify to this World Cup, actually, now that we're talking about it. Uh, Let me see this. CN Production is saying Alexi Lala said Brazil are posers and frauds. I didn't hear him say it. I think Alexi says he's look. David Mossi works with Alexi, and Mossi's Brazilian, and Mossi is actually very knowledgeable. Brazil's issue right now is not really a player problem. The problem Brazil is Brazil doesn't have a coach. Like literally doesn't have a coach. Fernando Diniz has been in charge of Brazil, but he's been part-time. Think about it this way. Fernando Diniz was coaching the Brazilian national team while he was leading Fluminense to their first Libertadores title. How focused was this guy actually focused in the Brazilian national team while he's trying to win a Libertadores, working day to day with those players from Fluminense to face Boca Juniors? It's just nonsense. The guy, it just won't work. He needs, so Brazil, what I'm trying to say, the Brazilian Confederation, which is a mess, the president just got impeached today by the Supreme Court of Brazil, something like that, or the Supreme Sports Court. Aginaldo got impeached, removed from CBF, the Brazilian Federation. Brazil's issue is they need to figure that out because issues with the federation, as Jason Perez said here at the channel, they trickle down to the team. They need a coach. Whether it is Ancelotti, there was also rumors of Jose Mourinho. Whoever it is, they need a coach. Or promote Fernando Diniz. Promote him. Just promote him to be the coach and get him out of Fluminense. Become a full-time Brazil national team coach, not a part-time. Until Brazil figures that out, the team will be a mess. Once they figure that out, this team has way too much talent to be called frauds, weak. I think a lot of people are underestimating Brazil because of their current form, which is a joke. And Alexi Lalas knows better, guys. He's doing it for impressions and reactions, which respect the hustle. I respect the hustle from Alexi, even though I don't know how much he's actually hustling. Alexander saying wanted to play Paraguay till they fired Guillermo. Paraguay has some good players, man. Enciso from Brighton, very talented teenager, right? I believe he's still 19. You got Miguel Almiron looking good for Newcastle in the Premier League for 2 straight seasons. Gustavo Gomes from Palmeiras, probably one of the best center backs in South America. They have a good team. I think the United States would be favorites against Paraguay. I have no doubt about that. But Paraguay is better than probably every single CONCACAF nation we could face. They're probably on par with Mexico. Probably same level as Mexico. Maybe better. Maybe better. Back here, Mr. Eyebrows 303 say, will CONCACAF have a stronger showing this time around than when they competed back in 2016? In my opinion, the teams are stronger all around than their previous predecessors. Mexico is excluded. Let's think about it for a second. Let's bring back the pots. This is actually a good question. Are we stronger? Because the United States did make it to the semifinals back in 2016, and then we got obviously crushed by Argentina in the semis. But the United States did make it to the semifinals back in 2016. Let's go by parts. 2016, who played? Didn't Haiti play for some reason? 2016 Copa America. I believe Haiti was sent in. Let me look at all the teams from CONCACAF. So United States. Is the United States better now than they were in 2016? Yes, you're right about that. Another team that played in 2016 was Costa Rica. Costa Rica kind of sucked. Remember, they were in our group. Costa Rica was in our group and they got knocked out. We went through in first with Colombia in second. Another one was Haiti. We sent Haiti to the to the Copa America in 2016. Haiti got crushed. I actually went to the game, Brazil and Haiti, here in Orlando. Haiti was terrible, as expected in the Copa America. So we're definitely sending better teams than Haiti. Mexico's definitely worse now. Mexico's worse now than they were in 2016. The other team we sent was Jamaica. Jamaica was terrible in 2016. Jamaica's far better now. Jamaica's better now for sure. We also sent Panama. Panama wasn't that great. Panama's better now. This is the same Panama side that went to the World Cup and just helped, Harry Kane's stat pad. So this is also true. I think the question is this: all around, CONCACAF is sending better national teams. That is true. The teams that CONCACAF is sending now, all around, they're better than 2016. The question right now is the current U.S. men's national team better than the 2016 Mexico? That is a good question to ask. The 2016 Mexico honestly wasn't bad. And let's go back to that Copa America real quick, because what happened with that Mexico side, the only issue with it was actually, wasn't that Mexico team that lost 7-0 to Chile? It wasn't that Copa America that Mexico lost 7-0 to Chile. Hold on, let me look this up. Have I gone crazy? We topped our group with Colombia. Oh yeah, that was Sorry, I take that back. That Mexico team wasn't bad, and we saw that in the World Cup, but that Mexico team was the one that lost 7-0 to. How did I forget that? I totally forgot that. Oh, okay. I take that back. The CONCACAF teams we're sending right now are definitely better. I don't think anyone's losing 7-0 to any CONMEBOL team this time. I don't think so, at least. This is probably going to come back to bite me. And the draw is about to start, by the way, everyone. So let me bring this back up. The draw is about to start. Man, can't believe that. Arnold is also saying, will Copa America have a Morocco-type team? What would be a Morocco-type team, Arnold? Like Venezuela making a deep run? Because U.S., Mexico, Colombia, Uruguay, Ecuador, if they make a deep run, I wouldn't say it. Like Peru made it to the final in 2019. Peru made it to the final. So I don't think so. President Chip Tack, have you joined the Discord yet? I have not. Let me write this down, actually. Discord. And anyone, if you just tuned in, this stream is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. If you want the link with the promo code, the link is on the description, and the promo code is TMTV. TMTV. Links on the description for Underdog Fantasy. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone else's super chat here. I wrote it down, President Chip. I apologize for that. Cubo Maker saying hello to the Discord peeps. So excited for this. Let's go. Can't wait for it. Pete should be here soon. I don't know where Pete is. He should have been here like 2 minutes ago. Turtle saying Way is no longer listed as injured on FootMob for the game tomorrow versus Napoli. I saw news that Tim Weah is not playing tomorrow. I saw some news that Tim Weah will not be playing tomorrow. And what's his name also? Ricardo Pepi. Did I see Pepi's goal? I did see Ricardo Pepi's goal. And guess what? Ricardo Pepi's goal today, he scored against the Dutch goalkeeper from the World Cup. Noppert, right? That's his name. He scored against the Dutch goalkeeper from the World Cup. Okay, the fancy group stage draw. I wonder, do you guys think it's going to be rigged? It's on FS1, by the way. You can watch it on FS1. But I'll keep you all updated. So they're about to start. Alejandro Dominguez, the president in charge of CONMEBOL. No offense to him, and hopefully he never sees this, but he looks like a loser. Doesn't he?
Who?
The president of CONMEBOL.
He looks corrupt. He looks like you can buy him off.
He looks like the type of guy that you'll take him out, get him some espresso right there, and put some money under the table, and boom, a stadium comes out of nowhere in your country.
Yeah, just be like, "Hola, amigo." Oh, look, Infantino is there.
Oh, that's the king of all of them.
That's the king of corruption. Today, he feels. What does he feel today? You think?
Corrupt.
You think he feels Mexican today?
Just corrupt today. Today,
I just Mexico's in pot 1. He definitely feels Mexican today.
Yeah, they also Uruguay surpassed them, I think. So Uruguay probably should have taken their spot.
I know.
80s nostalgia saying Argentina has Messi, but we have Roldan. We got this. We don't have Roldan anymore. He's gone, man. We don't have Roldan anymore. We don't have Roldan. But yes, Argentina definitely. Yeah, what language are they even speaking? Corruption?
Language
Actually,
is corruption.
no, they're speaking Spanish today. Mine is super low. Queen Adder saying, Filippo, when are you gonna do content for U.S. players abroad? There were games this week. Oh, you mean the midweek one? Midweek ones are tough right now. Queen Adra. Midweeks are tough, but Pete already does like a full recap on Sunday where he does talk about the midweek players. I just do the weekend recap. So if you want maybe some talk on the midweek, you can go check with Pete on the live stream. But I'll talk about PSV. Okay, since PSV played on Thursday, I'll talk about them on Monday. I'll do that this week. I promise. Devonta Jones says he looks like an alcoholic. I don't know what alcoholics look like, or there's a standard look for an alcoholic. I just think he looks.
Oh no, Infantino.
Oh, Infantino. I need to hear what he's saying.
Oh no. Today, I feel CONMEBOL.
He's just a funny-looking guy. Do you remember that? I don't know. You remember that? I think it was an old man or bald. Was he blind or something? Like Mr. Magoo. You remember that guy?
Nah.
Kind of looks like him a little bit, or he reminds me. You know what Infantino
He looks like a big baby.
Yeah, you know what Infantino reminds me of? You know when you go to that, like, let's say because I had family that was from Europe. So you have that dinner and there's like that older family member from Europe that's like very racist and says some crazy shit. Like Infantino's the guy that I picture of when I think of that. Like just drinks a bit too much.
And then he's going to be like, we should have Saudi Arabia in Copa America because they give me the money.
Oh, sorry. Did I mean money? No, not money. Not money. Not money. They give me big hug. Big hug.
You have to do something good for Saudi Arabia.
The Copa America just started and they just gave Argentina a penalty. It's official. Thank you, Roberto.
If he had his way, he would want both Saudi Arabia and Qatar to just host everything. Euros, World Cup, Copa America, AFCON qualifiers, Asian qualifiers, CONMEBOL. Everything's just hosted in Saudi Arabia and Qatar from now on. And all the players have to wear those tea towels on their head.
No, and occasionally the United States too, because we also bribe
a little bit. No, but we don't really bribe for it. I don't think we bribe for it.
We do a little bit in other ways.
Do we? Who have we bribed?
I don't know. We do it in other ways. Juan Vargas, saludos, Filipão. Hey, Juan. Yeah, Juan had me blocked on Twitter, but he unblocked me.
Wow.
And now we're BFFs. Queen is saying, if Ten Hag gets sacked, would you take him over Greg? Yes, of course I'll take him over Greg. Because also, when you think of Manchester United at this point, we've had so many different managers. We had Jose Mourinho. Again, Solskjaer was there. Had so many different managers, some very good, some not as qualified, and things never changed, that you have to think at some point, it's just not really a manager problem there anymore. I'm just going to be running a full-on anti-Argentina propaganda for the next 6 months. Actually, why stop in 6 months? Just go 10 years. 10 years. Full-on Argentina.
Mainly because you don't like the Argentine striker, Santi Jimenez, no?
I have no issue with Santi Jimenez, but yeah, he's from Argentina.
100 million, I'm hearing, attack. 100. 200 even. That's how good this guy is. 400. He's going to break Messi's transfer record.
They're not gonna sign him for 100 million.
200 tack. You don't understand how good Santi Jimenez is. The Mexicans have told us how good he is, and you don't believe them. What's
kind of crazy about that is they're hyping him so much at this point that it's gonna be a disappointment for them when he gets when he goes for what? He's probably gonna go for 40 million, right? I think that's fair. 40 million.
Yeah. I think he'll go to Chelsea. And then he'll score 2 goals in a season over there.
Probably if he plays enough, maybe less.
The thing about Santi is he needs service, no?
Yeah, he's not a guy that. So I did a whole video on that, looking into their stats, and Balogun is actually capable of creating his own shot, while Santi Jimenez requires players to feed him, essentially.
Yeah.
He's more of a poacher-like player. So if you get a team that can feed him enough, yes, he's been performing more or less his expected goals. So he's efficient At least
Wow.
in what?
Montagliani has been eating a lot of donuts, huh? The CONCACAF president.
Yeah, I mean, oh
I
yeah,
don't remember him ever being this fat.
gained a couple pounds.
Yeah, yeah, more than a couple.
I'm gonna tweet that they just gave Argentina a penalty kick during the Copa America Group Stage draw. But Larry Lowe is saying the United States doesn't bribe. We aggressively incentivize. Yes, that's the best way to put it.
That part is not something we should be proud of.
No, we shouldn't, but we do it, unfortunately. Let me see if I didn't miss. JP1904 says, salve, Filipe, sou brasileiro, te acompanho. Você viu a treta do Adinaldo Rodrigues hoje? Yeah, so apparently the Brazilian Federation president has been impeached from CBF. From not by FIFA, but by like the Sports Supreme Court of Brazil. Something crazy. Like the
Can
American
we do that
owner...
for U.S. soccer?
What?
Can we do that for U.S. soccer also?
I don't know. You know who started that? John Textor, the American owner.
Oh, really? Let's get old John over here. Be like, John, we need your usurping ways back at home.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Can we impeach Paulo Cone? The problem with that in U.S. soccer is like you can impeach her, and then all of a sudden a Jay Berhalter like figure comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, all of a sudden Jay's back.
Wasn't that what happened? Like, well, Sunil Gulati resigned, and then Jay Berhalter kind of like was in charge.
No, even before Sunil Gulati resigned. I talked to Tab Ramos today about it, and even Tab was saying that from 2015 on, Dan Flynn was the president, and he had like a heart issue. So Jay Berhalter was running the whole federation for like 4 years.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Tack and Pete, I don't think the USMNT will get out of their group. Can we wait for the group first?
Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait and see.
Sure. If our group is like Uruguay, Venezuela, which they've been good, and like Jamaica, that's a tough group. Still, we should get out of it, though.
We should still get out of that group. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. It doesn't matter what group we get. We should get out of it. Period.
Why are people calling Brazil garbage? Like, Brazil literally is like playing with no coach. I think people are starting to underestimate Brazil a little bit too much.
But no coach, probably still better than Greg Berhalter coach. So...
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we had no coach for Nations League. And
can you imagine Greg Berhalter coaching Brazil?
You know what really triggers me about Greg on his interviews? I saw his interview today in the Spanish channel. Yeah. And then his interview is always like this. So someone randomly goes, and obviously the person interviewing him asks him a question. And knowing Berhalter and how things are with him in media, well, not knowing him personally, but knowing how things operate around him, he knows all the questions ahead of time. I have no doubt about that. And every time they ask him a question, the first thing he says, it's like, even on random, it's like, yeah, that's a very good question. I wish he was just honest. But I was like, yeah, that's a very good question that I totally approved before we got here. And I already have an answer memorized, and it'll be super boring, super vanilla. And you're not going to get anything out of me, okay? That's always like think about a boring interview. It's Greg Berhalter. Like
yeah.
Still, like, are they going to do the draw, or are these guys going to continue just to say?
These guys rarely get to be on stage, okay? They want to have their moment in the spotlight. This guy got a new tie. He got a blazer that says CONMEBOL on it. You know, like, this is a good time for them to be on TV. Montagliani, if I were him, I'd be embarrassed, man. Like, even your own country didn't make the Copa America.
Yeah,
Kings of CONCACAF. Kings of CONCACAF. It still says that on their Twitter. And you couldn't even qualify in the top 4 of CONCACAF.
They still have that on their Twitter?
Oh, they did. Let me double check if they still have it.
There's no way they're that shame free. Like, we need to bring back shaming. Well, we do shame confederations. Cubo Maker saying, F it, give us Uruguay. I mean, the reason I wouldn't want Uruguay in our group is because that increases the odds of us finishing in second, even if we do decently well. And then we play Brazil probably in the quarterfinals. I'd like to avoid a powerhouse in the quarterfinals so we can get to the semifinals and try to pull an upset, which I don't think will happen, but so be it.
So they don't have it anymore, but they still have CONCACAF champions, 85, 2020. How are they CONCACAF champions in 2020?
They
What did
were
they
not.
win in 2020?
They didn't win anything. They didn't win anything.
What?
By the way, anyone asking, the draw hasn't started because we have this stupid, idiotic thing just talking on stage. No one cares what he has to say. He could literally just like throw the groups on screen and we'd be happy. Oh,
There was nothing in 2020. How can they be CONCACAF champions in 2020?
you know, I figured
That was
out,
COVID year. There was no international soccer.
Pete. You that work with acting, what do you call, for example, you have the movie, you have the stars like Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, and all those guys, and then you have those people that just walk on the background. What do you call those?
Background actors or
Background
extras.
actors? Okay, pretty straightforward. The guy from CONMEBOL, he looks like he would be a background actor of, let's say, you're in like a Latin America, like in Brazil, maybe Congress, all those corrupt people in Congress in Brazil.
Yeah,
He's just one
yeah,
of those like Congress guys that's yelling in the background.
yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Victor Montagliani looks like he would be one of those like, oh look, there's Berhalter. With Michael Cameraman. Do you see them?
Michael loves me. Great guy.
It's Berhalter sitting next to the turd in the background.
Don't
But
don't call
Montagliani
him.
looks like he would be one of those.
Oh no, we're allowed to call him that now, right?
Yes, we got permission from US.
From his boss. His boss said we could do it.
Okay,
Literally
Darren
said-
Smith said the 2021 was called 2020, but they didn't win anything in 2021. What did they win? We won the Nations League and the Gold Cup. What did they win in 2020? They're just straight up lying on their official Twitter handle.
I should change him to the fake news Canadians.
Yeah, what? I don't understand. I'm trying to think. They were like, because it says CONMEBOL CONCACAF champs 85, 2000 was the Gold Cup. Fine, but in 2020 there was nothing. And even if you tried 2021,
2020 was like pandemic year.
yeah, there was nothing. We didn't even play games until friendlies at the very end of the year. They didn't finish first in qualifying until 2022.
Yeah, but qualifying it's almost as if, let's say, they're like the type of nation that they would go to the World Cup, win their group, and call themselves 2022 World Cup Group G champions, something like that.
Yeah.
Like they would literally do something. And then they would win the round of 16, 2022 World Cup round of 16 champions. Like World Cup qualifying. You're qualifying. It's a stage of the World Cup, pretty much, the pre-World Cup. Like like the Champions League has a qualifying round. No one that wins the qualifying round calls themselves the
Champions League champions.
Champions of Europe. Just
Champions of Europe.
It's like, it's just nonsense. The Canadians are crazy, and they didn't even qualify to the Copa America. Queen Nadra saying, I predict Greg Berhalter getting schooled by Bielsa. Look, you can't predict something that's the most expected outcome.
That's like me predicting the sun will come up tomorrow.
I mean, that's probably less likely. You never know. You never know. Have you seen The Matrix? They covered the sun, man. It can happen.
This is true.
Yeah. Derek's saying, I want Brazil to not win. USA all the way. Not win what? The Copa America? I mean, sure, but if Brazil doesn't win it, I still don't think the United States is the second in line.
Why are they still talking?
But yeah, I think people ask me, like, do you want Brazil to win, the US to win? When they play each other, I'll figure it out. The only thing I will say is, like, people don't care that much about the Copa America in Brazil. Like, people will get pissed if Brazil lose, but it's not a big deal. The United States winning the Copa America would be a massive deal, even though I don't think
most people
happen.
wouldn't care also.
No, but for soccer in this country, it would be a much bigger deal than Brazil winning. Brazil winning it, they're going to say, oh, good, you did your obligation. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, that's like us winning the Gold Cup.
Yes, no, essentially. Then Walter Bond is saying, can't wait for the Copa America to see my Brighton boys up the Albion. Yeah, Brighton. Okay, so Enciso will be there. Estupinan, the left back for Ecuador, will be there. Moises Caicedo has left. McAllister has left. Who else? Just Enciso, Sarmiento from Ecuador, Estupinan from Ecuador. That's about it, right? Who else from Brighton would be in the Copa America?
Estupinan, Caicedo.
No, not Caicedo. Caicedo went to Chelsea. So it's Estupinan, Enciso, and Sarmiento. That's it.
Sarmiento. But didn't Sarmiento also leave?
He might be on a loan, but he still
I
belongs
think
to
he's
Brighton.
on loan somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, but he's still Brighton. Alexander's saying, that's what good coaches do. Belichick hasn't had one good soundbite in his whole career. coach speak is a thing for a reason. What does he mean by coach speak?
Just like the nonsense Berhalter says, like, change the way the world views America, change the way the earthworm in my backyard views American soccer. Like,
Devonta Jones is saying it might be referring to the women's team winning the 2020 Olympics. No, but it's Canadian men's national team that he was reading, not the women's.
It says home of Canada soccer, and then it starts with the women. It says CAN WNT, Olympic 2020, 12, 16. Then it says CAN's MNT, CONCACAF champs, 85, 00, and 20, when nothing happened in 20.
Dude, this mother liquor is still talking.
I know. At least Montagliani kept it short and sweet.
Well, because he was running out of breath.
Apparently, this guy's talking about vaccines. That's what they're saying in the chat. I don't have it up high enough.
Why? Right now?
Vaccines.
Wait.
Somebody in the chat was saying they were talking about vaccines.
In the Copa America Group Stage draw? Can someone just like
maybe
throw
it's sponsored
something?
by Pfizer?
Like, you remember when they threw like a shoe at George Bush? Just throw a shoe on him or something. If you hit him, he'll stop talking. I don't know. Just throw anything. Or all these people probably have like a $10,000 watch on them. Throw that. It'll hurt.
This guy looks like he's so happy to be on stage. Like he's one of those, he's like definitely likes to be in the spotlight.
Ronaldinho's not even wearing a suit. Not even wearing a suit.
How ahead of me are you?
I don't know. It's still that moron talking. No offense to him. I think I said too much right there.
If Dest came to this, what do you think he would wear his basketball tracksuit?
I mean, I would expect nothing less. A tank top, maybe. Or like Ronaldinho, just put like a normal like dress shirt. Doesn't give a crap. Nate's saying the Canada Soccer Twitter page combines men's and women's teams, hence 2020 Olympic gold medal. Okay, so we should just put all together men and women in what? We have like 4 World Cups won?
Yeah, we should say 4 times World Cup champions.
Yeah, we're 4-time. We're just combining the men and the women.
We're combining the men and the women.
Yeah. Brandon McPhail saying, let us know when they start the draw playing PS5. Yeah, we're waiting. Okay, the guy stopped talking.
Now we have this couple, whoever they are.
Yeah, I don't know who they are, man. Can someone just put their freaking hands on the balls, get one ball, and pick a team? Is it too much to ask?
I wonder if Berhalter gets to pick one of them.
Imagine I hope Berhalter put his hands on
Berhalter gets to and then he does a bounce pass. He picks the ball up, but before reading it, he does a bounce pass to Michael Cameron.
They're showing the stadiums now, which this confused the crap out of me because they put like Glendale and then Glendale is just Phoenix, right? Then they put Paradise, which is just Vegas. They don't just put the name of the city that you know. Queen Nadra saying crew to win 3rd MLS Cup on Saturday. Bookmark this. Yes, and that's because they got rid of Berhalter. They've been very good after that would be the 2nd MLS Cup ever since they got rid of Berhalter. That's what the United States should do. Get to the balls. Yeah, Adam, that's what I'm saying. Someone grab the goddamn balls and pick the teams for the groups. Just someone put their hands on the freaking balls. Okay, I think they're about to do it. They're about to put their hands on the balls. They got this. Moises is saying, bro, having a yap session. What's a yap session?
I'm surprised. Yap means like talking, like yapping. Yapping is like talking to.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. No, I literally don't know what he said. Vaccines, allegedly.
You know, with all the talk about people putting hands on balls, I'm surprised Spicy Jeff hasn't showed up yet.
He might be busy. Let's keep it that way. He's busy tonight. He's busy. M1234 thoughts on Richards starting for Palace again. I mean, we know Richards is talented and he just needs minutes. The thing is that backline for Crystal Palace has Mark Yahi and Anderson. They're probably not getting benched. So then they threw him at the 6 and he played well as a central midfielder. Incredible. That's how technical he also is. Can play in the midfield.
It's good to see him getting minutes, you know? Oh my God. What kind of bird is this? Is it a chicken?
That's Woody the Woodpecker.
What is he the mascot for Copa?
Why did we pick Woody the Woodpecker for this?
Oh my God. It looks like a chicken.
This
His
has to
name
be
Capitan? Dude, what the fuck is
why.
this?
Why wouldn't we choose the bald eagle?
I know, what? It looks like some French cock.
Maybe this is more of like a personification of what the United States is currently. I don't know.
Oh my god. What? And he's dancing on the oh my god, this is so embarrassing. What?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh, that's
Here's the problem that I have right now. They're saying everything in Spanish, and the two languages so there's three languages in this Copa America, right?
yeah.
Spanish, Portuguese, and English. They're literally using the only language I don't really know well. 80s nostalgia saying, I hope we get a nice set of balls. Yeah, hopefully the United States gets some good balls in their group. That would be delightful. Jordan Ramirez saying they put the official town name for legal reasons. You're right. You're right. I can say Vegas. I can say Phoenix, but you're right. I forgot. They're also saying Walter is saying Brighton also has João Pedro and Buonanotte. Is Buonanotte getting called in by Argentina? Buonanotte. Is he getting? I don't know if Argentina is calling him up. Now, João Pedro, he got called in for Brazil last time. It's not certain that João Pedro will be there, even though he's been scoring quite a bit for Brighton. Devonta Jones is saying, looks like a version of Kansas. Don't read it loud. Devonta always tries to get me on something. Kansas. What is it? I can't.
A jayhawk? Is that a kind of bird? Let me look that up.
It sounds like a hawk. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but is a specific kind.
Well, Jayhawks, like
the real
they
thing.
have that hair.
Yeah, it's the Kansas City mascot. It is a jayhawk.
But why Kansas City?
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like, do you trust anybody in CONMEBOL or CONCACAF to like put anything good together?
No, these confederations are ran by imbeciles.
Yeah. Like, what are the odds we could get Shakira to do the opening ceremony for?
And
Copa
she's
America?
Colombiana too.
She should. She's Colombian and she's American, so she's actually from both continents, right? So if there's anybody who actually should do it, it's Shakira, and she's obviously the World Cup. Like, Shakira's the official World Cup mascot, to be honest.
No,
what is this box all of a sudden?
Well, there's like guys like also juggling. And girls juggling. At least the balls are out. It's just not the balls I wanted to see.
Oh my god. Jack, you're like inviting Spicy Jeff.
No, I'm talking about the balls for the draw, not actual soccer balls.
Oh man, we need Berhalter up here now to do a bounce pass.
That would actually be better than everything I'm seeing right now.
What is this corny ass dance? Oh my god.
Random dude's gonna fall and they're gonna give the penalty kick for Argentina. Argentina starts the Copa America with a penalty. Random dude falls.
This is so corny, dude. What is happening?
Dude, it's so CONMEBOL and CONCACAF. Queen asking Thiago Almada linked to Juventus and the two Milans. Yeah, Thiago Almada is probably gonna leave Atlanta at this point. But everyone, if you just arrived, drop a like in the video. Don't forget to drop a like in the video if you just arrived. Let's try to hit whatever amount of likes is possible. It's free, and it won't hurt you to hit the like button. Unless you're eating like popcorn or something, then your fingers are buttery, and then, you can't really do it very well. Okay, it looks like it's finally going to start. Let me put the pots back here on screen because it looks like it's finally going to start. They're going to bring out the balls that they should be putting their hands on right now. Brian V is saying, bro, if we get Peru and Bolivia, we should cook. But then again, we have bald eagle Greg in charge. Look, there's no excuses for Greg. Regardless of the group, unless Uruguay is in our group, we need to top the group. Unless it's Uruguay, then sure.
Even then, yeah, okay, I guess.
I mean, if you lose to Uruguay 2-1, so be it. That can happen. Like, depending on how the game goes, of course, right? You can't go there and get trashed by Uruguay.
Yeah.
Shanks is asking which mascot is worse, World Cup mascot or the Copa mascot? I mean, the World Cup mascot was literally a ghost, which I made a joke during the World Cup, which I don't know if I should repeat it at this point anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna say this mascot was better, but they are both ultimately crap. So it looks like it might finally start, but now they have what's his name? Godin. center back from Uruguay, Godin, is on
Godin's starting to look like Gareth Southgate.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit. That hairline is long, is like he's fighting that hairline, man.
I know. It's gonna
He's
catch
really,
up to us all one day, Tech.
yeah, he's fighting that hairline more than the U.S. soccer media fights the toxic fans, fighting for justice here. But he's keeping that hairline alive right there.
Do you know that Tab Ramos said to me today the reason he left U.S. soccer is that it had become too toxic? I was like, that's interesting hearing that, the other way around, because usually it's them calling us toxic.
They said U.S. soccer is too toxic?
Yeah, because he had 2 years left on his contract when he left. And I said, why did you leave? And he goes, it had become too toxic.
Goodness, just start the freaking.
Oh, they're still yapping, huh?
Oh my goodness. At least have Berhalter say something.
What, do we want him to say something? It's not going to be interesting.
Well, at least he doesn't speak Spanish, so at least it'll be in English, so I can understand.
He's going to say some dumb shit like, I'm really excited about all the African dogs. I mean, South American dogs. They're going to be coming to the United States.
Did you see how he started that quote? He's like, one thing I can't get out of my head. It's what that zoo guy was saying. That zoo guy. He doesn't know the zookeeper. He's like, that zoo guy was saying about the African dogs. Like, I went to bed and I couldn't get that out of my head. I couldn't stop thinking.
He was thinking about the zookeeper's balls, probably.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't start. Now they're showing the trophy.
Oh, God. See, this is a problem. Nobody watches this shit. Just get you 5 minutes intro and then get to the fucking point already. Good Lord.
When are they going to end this foreplay?
I don't know. They probably have to be live for a certain amount of time, no? That's probably what's happening.
Dude, this is like already 32 minutes of foreplay. That's 30 minutes too many. Jordan Ramirez saying, find someone who loves you as much as Pete hates Greg. I don't think Pete hates Greg that much.
No.
Like, think about it this way. If you remove Greg from the national team, after a month or two, you're probably not going to hear us talk about that guy.
Like we stopped talking about Jordan Morris and Christian Roldan, right? Even Jesus Ferreira, we don't really talk about him anymore. Once they're gone from the national team, we don't care. When was the last time we mentioned Walker Zimmerman,
Yeah, I forgot. Legit.
Yeah, legit. Oh, now we're showing the trophy.
Now they got Scaloni, and apparently he stole Greg Berhalter's shoes from the looks of it.
Greg was like, hey, Lionel Scaloni, you got to wear some shoes, man. Good coaches wear good shoes. It's not about how many World Cup trophies you win. It's all about the shoes that you're wearing.
To be fair, Scaloni is wearing like a $5 t-shirt and he just put like a blazer over it.
Yeah, well, good coaches don't need, dumb shit to cover up for their.
He also looks like he got a haircut at the same time I did, which was probably like 3 weeks ago. But you know what? If you want a World Cup, you do whatever the heck you want, man. Want a World Cup.
I think that's the rule. I feel like if Greg won the World Cup, we would let him wear whatever shoes he wanted. He can have any collection of mugs in the world. He can do as many bounce passes as he wants.
But he should probably leave the national team too.
Yeah, even then. He can go coach Club de Foot de Montreal. I would love to see him there.
Coach his son?
Well, his son's at Vancouver. We could probably bring Sebastian Berhalter over to Club de Foot. Club de Foot de Montreal.
Dude, they're not going to start this, are they? Is it going to...
They're not going to start until like 5:15 because I think they have to go for a full hour. Look. Yeah, the program goes for a full hour long. So they're going to do the draw. They're probably going to start the draw at like 8:15 Eastern time.
Oh, jeez, man. Okay, so everyone in the chat, we got nothing better to do. We have 300 likes in the video. Can we get it to like 500 or 600? just for my ego, just so I can feel cool about it. And let's play a game here, Pete.
Yeah.
Let's do our nightmare group and dream group. I kind of mentioned that to the chat, but I never really made mine. Let's make one together, a nightmare group for the United States,
Okay.
which would
Can
be
you
the
pull it
worst
up?
case scenario. Then the chat can let us know if what we're saying is making any sense. So United States, Group C. Pot 2, the nightmare would be Uruguay, toughest one.
Yeah. No doubt.
Now, pot 3 is the tricky one. I'm going to say Chile is the worst team in that pot. Chile is the worst one.
I think Venezuela might be the toughest at this point.
It might be Venezuela, but Paraguay is also very tough. If they have Enciso, Miguel Miron, Gustavo Gomes there, Paraguay might be a tough, but I think Chile is by far. So probably, yeah, but I'm going to go with you too. I'm going to say Uruguay, then Venezuela. Those would be the two toughest ones right now. The pot 4, teams that could give us trouble. Jamaica, yeah.
Because they're unpredictable, right? Especially now they added Damari Gray, right? So it's like you just don't know what Jamaica's going to show up.
They're also
Bolivia,
recruiting.
I feel like they're only good at home.
They're also recruiting a bunch of like England snubs right now.
Yes, and now that they got Copa America, they have more ammo to recruit.
Yep, and also they're probably going to qualify to the World.
Alexi now.
Someone said that Alexi said Brazil are frauds right now.
Is he going to call them morons?
No, that's just me. That's just me. Soulless moron.
Soulless morons.
Funny that Alexi's the one calling me soulless out of everyone. But the thing with it too, in regard to Brazil, it's funny because David Mossi, that works for Alexi, literally Brazilian, knows, in my opinion, a lot more than Alexi in general.
Yeah, but he's a Fox soccer slit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but David Mossi would probably have a lot to say to Alexi in regards to that. But
not if he wants to keep his job.
Yeah, I never see him confront Alexi. Just ask questions.
He can't.
Man, Alexi needs to, fix that beard. The mustache looks terrible.
It doesn't look good.
No. And I already think mine doesn't look good right now. But his, you see, at his age, if you let your beard grow, you should look like a wise old man. He looks like a bum.
Yeah, he looks homeless.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a wise old man. That's what he should be looking like when he lets the beard grow.
Also,
but
why
it's
does part of his beard look pink? Doesn't it look pink?
Know. I just think it's not good. I don't know. Stu Holden looks sharp though. Stu Holden's looking good. He's looking good today.
I mean, Stu Holden still looks like a 5th grader.
Yeah, he looks like this guy doesn't age.
No, he looks like a 5th grade. He looks like he's been his parents told him to suit up for some bar mitzvah or something.
No, but being completely honest, Stu Holden, if he told us right now that he was 25, we're like, yeah, looks like a 25-year-old, yeah. And if Alexi told me he was hitting 60, I would believe it too. Is he hitting? He's 50, right? Yeah.
Mid-50s, I think.
Yeah, Stu Holden looks like he's somewhere between 24 to 28. And how old is Stu Holden right now?
I'll look it up.
I got it.
He's got to be 40, early 40s.
He's 38. Yeah, he looks like he's a good 10 years younger.
Yeah, he's only 38. Alexi is... Alexi's 53. He looks older than 53.
Alexi looks like he's hitting 60.
Yeah. He looks like he wants to be a rancher with that mustache. Go back to Texas and get a couple heads of oxen and start driving them towards the border.
Hey, man, Alexi is your neighbor there. He lives in L.A. He's your neighbor.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't run into him.
You got to claim Alexi there. I don't claim Alexi.
No, I'm good.
Greg Perez is saying United States, Uruguay, Venezuela, Jamaica. My prediction. That's a tough group, man. That we could get grouped if that's the group.
If we get grouped with that group, Greg should be fired.
Oh, yeah. Well, any group. That's the toughest group probably. But yes, any group at home, he should be fired on the spot. Don't let him even leave the last stadium. Just fire him right there at the locker room.
Yeah. Just be like, all right, you're done.
Christian's saying, I took a nap and the draw still hasn't started. No, we're still in the foreplay, man. Relax and enjoy the foreplay. We're still in foreplay mode.
You're still tickling the balls.
Yeah. No, we're not tickling the balls. That's the problem. We should be tickling the balls. Frank Underwood saying Alexi, with how he acts on Twitter, does not hit me as living in California. Well, I mean, I think the thing is people think nowadays everything's so extreme in terms of like, especially when it comes to like political views, and they think California only has one political spectrum and then Texas only has one. There's like mixed thoughts everywhere. It's just that we've all gone crazy and we think there's only everything's like unipolar. It's like one thing, one point of view everywhere. But it's not. It's a lot more divided or mixed than we think.
Yeah.
But he also probably lives in LA because of his work, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Fox has their studios out here. Should we do our ideal group?
Ideal, yes. Let's do our dream group.
I'll take Peru from pot 2.
Peru's the worst one out of those 4 for sure. Then I'll take Chile, Bolivia, and then Bolivia. They're not playing the altitude. So
what about Trinidad and Tobago?
They gave us a harder time. I think Bolivia outside of the altitude should not be a problem.
Who's this now?
Oh,
the director of operations. Good Lord. Do we need to hear about the director of operations?
I think they're going to bring the Pope at some point. Isn't he from Argentina?
Oh, my God, the Pope.
He's like, the Pope is like, all right, everyone, now we're going to have a 2-hour-long prayer before we do the draw.
He's going to do mass. Yes. He's going to be like, confess. And Berhalter's going to have to go up there and be like, 20 years ago, I kicked my wife.
No, dude. Not that one. He's going to go like, 20 years ago, I did. And then he stops and he's like, oh, no, never mind. 30. He's like, wait, Greg, what did you do 20 years ago? We don't know about that one.
Exactly.
Queen Adra is saying, I don't think they're going to fire Greg, even if he finishes last in the group. I also don't think so. I don't think Greg will get fired.
Only way, it's like you've said, the only way they fire him is if the players revolt.
Mm-hmm. Chris Johnson's asking, does the announcer have an OnlyFans? I don't know, but I doubt it. I don't think she would be there. I don't think she does, but I can't confirm or deny that. It's a very odd question, but
I know.
The Pope. Yeah, they'll have the Pope come up 1 hour, 2-hour long prayer before we start. And while he's praying, another penalty kick for Argentina while the Pope is praying right there.
And then Greg kicks him before he can take it.
CONMEBOL, CONCACAF, we're still going to have to wait for this. We're still on the foreplay mode. It's unreal. It's been almost 45 minutes. And when we complained about the World Cup one, which was like 30, remember? It was like 30 minutes and we were complaining.
But I'll have to say the World Cup one was, in terms of like what happened before the draw, it was equally bad. Remember the little performances and stuff they put on?
Yeah, it was just very cringe.
It was very cringe. Like, what happened? They used to like actually put on good.
Yeah, we used to have Shakira.
I know. And then they had Morgan Freeman in Qatar, remember?
Yes.
He was on stage being like, everybody's path is different. You can hate gay people and it's okay if you pay me enough money.
You can even get a World Cup if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I lost a lot of respect for Morgan Freeman after he did that.
And Kebab Kai saying MLS Cup final score prediction. Columbus's defense is poop. Offense is fantastic. LAFC is more well-rounded. I'm going to say 3-1 LAFC.
Yeah, I think LAFC wins again.
Yeah, 3-1 LAFC in regular time, in my opinion. It's Pete, I'm going to get my water bottle while they're still so what's happening now is the foreplay is over. Now how do I word this without getting canceled? Hold on.
What, the act, the middle part?
Now they're telling you how they want the act done. Let me get water.
Right. They're like, this is how you must penetrate into the box.
Oh, okay. I need some water.
Oh, what's up, guys?
I think they're finally going to start. Also, did you see how the chairs of this event look extremely uncomfortable? Everyone's sitting on it.
Where is it being held? In the U.S.?
Yeah, it's in Miami.
Oh, Miami, of course. I'm surprised Messi hasn't made an appearance.
Yeah, well, he's got better things to do,
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, guys.
like go to Publix.
Also, doesn't he still have to do his like tour, his Miami tour?
Yeah, because Miami is no longer like a professional soccer club or team. Now they're just like the Harlem Globetrotters. They just like travel around like a circus and just play in different teams.
Dude, I will say,
Oh,
if that is
Ronaldinho. They
the
call
kid,
Ronaldinho. He's not even wearing a suit. Look how he's dressed.
that's probably why what Serginho Dest wants to be.
Ronaldinho doesn't give a Ronaldinho, because the thing is, this is in Miami. Ronaldinho's leaving this place and going to the strip club.
Oh my God, he's coming up. Dude, he's like in some oversized men's shirt.
Dude, he's leaving this place straight to the strip club. He's going to 11. That's where he's going in Miami. 11. How do I know? Hey, everyone knows 11 in Miami. Okay? If you're from Florida, you should know.
All right, so you're slightly ahead of me by like 5 to 10 seconds, I think. So when they actually start the draw, I'm going to mute my computer and so I can see. So I don't hear you and I won't look
Got
at
it.
you. I'll look at the TV.
Got it. Also, they're going to be super slow probably on each one.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually extremely annoying right now. They just don't start it. Oh my. I think, okay, the balls are all set now.
Yeah.
So Ronaldinho will be one of the guys, I think, grabbing the balls. Who's that guy that they called up now? Roque Santa Cruz, Paraguayan legend.
Paraguayan forward. He was a good player back in the day.
Played
He
in the
for
Bundesliga.
Bayern.
Yeah, Bundesliga for a long time.
Long time. Good player.
Tremendous center forward. Roque Santa. He was in the 2010 World Cup when they almost beat Spain in the
I
quarterfinals.
know. This close.
Okay,
Didn't they
ladies
beat
and
Japan in
gentlemen.
that World Cup? Yeah, they did. All right, let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to the big moment. They're about to grab the balls. Okay, who do they call up now? I'm trying to recognize. Who is this? Actually, I don't know who this is. Does anyone know?
What's his name?
Jorge Campos.
Oh, yeah, Campos.
Jorge
Center
Campos.
back, no?
Wuxia Game Central saying, can we get the Pope to exercise Craig from the U.S. men's national team? I think it's going to take a lot more than the Pope to get that done. So, no. Okay, who's the last guy that will be grabbing the balls here? Who's the last guy?
Watch, it's going to be Spicy Jeff.
He's there. That's why he's not in the
That's
chat.
why he's not here. He's in Miami. He sent out Infantino enough super chats that he let him come.
He's like, hi, and he just says, hi, Tag, hi, Pete.
Yeah, that's what Infantino was talking about when he said, today I feel gay.
Javier Zanetti is the last one.
Zanetti. At least they have all ex-players doing it.
Yes. Okay, and by the way, everyone, this stream is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. The link is on the description. Underdog will have the Copa America in the app, so you can play it during the Copa America. Use the promo code TMTV. The link is on the description. You can check that out later. They're asking what channel? FS2, Fox Sports 2. You can watch it on Fox Sports 2.
Did you tell people we're doing the post-game? I mean, the reaction on my channel yet?
No, but we should tell them right now. By the way, once this is done, we're going to talk about the groups for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to go to 11 Yanks to try to do a more rational breakdown of the groups. Going to like breathe for a second and get that done. So we're going to go right away after to 11 Yanks. Oh, so okay, Group A, Argentina. We already have that. Tiago Martinez saying, do I believe that America is a whole continent? The U.S. believe? Well, yeah, we know America is the whole continent.
It's North and South America.
We're just the United States of America.
Okay, Argentina's first.
Well, they already put it on A, B, C. Mexico, Group B. We already have that. That we already knew ahead of time. I'm pretty sure they did send the dress code to Ronaldinho. He just didn't care. Oh, he grabbed the ball. Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously know So Estados Unidos on Group C, the United States of America. Landon Donovan is saying, because you aren't that bad. Who ain't that bad? I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so then Group D, we have Brazil.
So we're Group C.
Is this live on X videos? It is not. It is not live on X videos. What is Ronaldinho wearing? Ronaldinho wears what Ronaldinho wants. No one's kicking out Ronaldinho. He could literally go on a tank top. Yeah, he could go on a tank top. They wouldn't kick him out. Okay, Group A. Group A. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
I'm not listening. I can't hear anybody because I'm
Peru. Peru's with Argentina. So Argentina got the easiest team. Now Group B. Group B. So Group
Peru.
B.
So we can't get Peru. They got Peru with Argentina.
Oh, crap.
God
Ecuador's
damn it.
with Mexico. There's a 50% chance we're going to get Uruguay.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
50% chance we get Uruguay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
So Mexico gets
Ecuador. Oh,
Ecuador.
no. We got Uruguay.
Fuck.
Shit, we got Uruguay.
Okay.
We got Uruguay.
Uruguay. I'm not, whatever. Tack's already ahead of me.
We got Uruguay.
Mexico, shit. Please, not Uruguay. Oh, no. Oh, we got Uruguay. Fuck, we got Uruguay. Great. We're fucked.
Uruguay, Colombia. Okay, so we got Uruguay. We got the worst possible opponent that we didn't want to get. We got him. We got Uruguay.
We got Bielsa. Colombia's there with Brazil. So we got the worst possible from... Of course. All right.
Okay,
but we're
bring
still
on
at
your
home. We could get a draw.
Chile. What the heck is this group for Argentina? This shit is rigged. Peru, Chile. Seriously?
They're
They
trying to
get
get
the
Messi to win one more Copa America.
This is rigged for Argentina. What kind of cupcake group is this? There's no way, man.
Argentina.
Rigged for
Oh
Argentina.
my God.
Venezuela with Mexico. At least we got rid of Venezuela.
Oh my God.
Okay, we got rid of Venezuela. So it's Argentina, Peru, and Chile on Group A. Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela,
yes.
Group B. United States, Uruguay, and
Venezuela.
now Panama.
Okay.
Panama's on our group. We got
we
Panama.
can't get Venezuela. It's not bad. At least we avoided Venezuela.
Yeah, Panama,
we're
not
probably
bad.
gonna get like Panama.
We got Panama,
My
Pete.
guess is we're gonna get Panama. We already have Uruguay. Come on. Panama, yeah, we got Panama.
Panama.
Shit. I mean, better Panama than Venezuela, I'd say.
Yeah.
But Panama's
right now,
tough still. It's still tough.
They could draw us, but we need to beat them at home, dude. It's at home.
No, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So then Paraguay goes to Brazil's group. Yeah, definitely. So far, the easiest group is definitely Group A. Do we have the group of death? If we get Jamaica, I would say we have the group of death.
Brazil's group is tough, dude.
Yeah, I guess Colombia is hard, but Paraguay,
Paraguay's better than Panama,
yeah,
but Uruguay's better than Colombia.
right. And then Brazil is better than Unidos. We can't get Jamaica, dude. I mean, look, we're at home. We should be able to beat Panama and Jamaica both easily. It's just with Greg in charge. All right, let's see who Argentina gets here. I'm going to put you on mute. CONCACAF 5? So that's either Costa Rica.
No, that's Canada.
Oh, it's Canada or Trinidad.
Bolivia with Mexico got a cupcake group, man. That's an easy group.
So wait, CONCACAF 5 is who?
Canada or Trinidad.
Canada or Trinidad. Let's see what Mexico got.
Mexico got Bolivia.
Oh, it's Bolivia. Shit. Mexico got it easy. Santi, better cook.
Jamaica. Oh my goodness. Our group is nuts. We actually got a tough group, man. Oh no, Jamaica. They pushed Jamaica aside to not have two CONCACAF nations.
Of course we
So
got Jamaica. Of
no,
course.
no, Pete. No
Of course.
Jamaica.
We
No,
got
no,
almost the hardest group.
no. Why did they push Jamaica?
Yeah, what? Oh,
Yeah,
because you can't have 3 teams from the same
yeah,
continent.
but they put CONCACAF 6.
That's weird.
I don't get it.
Wait, what? That makes no sense. How they just did that on purpose?
I guess they're probably like, nah, this group is too tough for Berhalter. Make it easy.
Isn't that like obvious? A little bit too obvious?
Yes. So just so everyone knows, here are the groups. Let me see if they updated here. If they updated the groups here. I need to see if there's any. Do you know if there's any live updates of the groups somewhere?
Like a picture?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the groups for everyone here. Hold on, everyone. We're gonna put up the groups for everyone. The groups are all set. The United States' group is semi-tough, but I can't. There's no excuses. We got Bolivia. They changed Bolivia, dude. They switched.
I think because you can't have 3 teams from the same continent. So they had
Easy
to move
group.
it around.
Easy group. Panama and Bolivia. You need to beat them.
Yeah, we should qualify from this group. And frankly, do you still think we should qualify first from the group?
I can't blame this team if they lose to Uruguay in the day 2-1, but no, it shouldn't be easy for Uruguay. We need to make it tough for Uruguay. But it can happen. It could be also a draw against Uruguay, and then we lose on goal differential. So I can't blame them for finishing second, depending on the circumstances. But I'm trying to find here if there's anywhere the groups a picture, just so I can put it and we can close the stream. But I can't find anything. Have you found anything with the groups?
Not yet.
Yeah. Did anyone know if they have the groups on
Twitter, maybe?
On Twitter? Does anyone have it? Well, they have the United States group, so I'm going to put it here. At least that, so we can talk about that mainly. But the groups are out for the Copa America. I'm going to do a prediction video next week, but today we're going to go to 11 Yanks to close it. And here's the one I'm talking about. USMNT takes. Go follow him, guys. So United States, Uruguay, Panama, and Bolivia. Easy group to get through, in my opinion, for the United States.
Oh, yeah, there's no question.
There's only one opponent that is better than us, and it's Uruguay. But we're playing at home, so we should try to get a result against Uruguay. But Panama at home, Bolivia at home, not going through this group will be an embarrassment, a disgrace that should get Greg Berhalter fired.
No, bare minimum, absolute bare minimums to qualify. That's not even a question. That's not even a question mark.
No, this is not a tough group. This is absolutely not a tough group. And then another group is Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and Jamaica. So if we win our group or finish second, whatever, we cross paths with Brazil's group, which would be Brazil, Colombia, Jamaica.
Which is why we can't finish second, dude. Because we're going to face Brazil and get knocked out.
Most likely. That's how you need to try to finish first, avoid Brazil. If you avoid Brazil, then you possibly can make it to the semifinals. I don't like our odds against Brazil, especially when you take into account
not in a knockout.
No, the United States also the United States record against Brazil is something like 1 win and like 20 losses or something. It's not.
And it's Greg in charge. Like, that makes it worse.
He's not going to win. Tiago Martinez saying a lot of yellow uniforms in the USA group. A lot of yellow uniforms. I mean, Bolivia is like green. Panama's
red.
Red, and Uruguay's not yellow.
There's not a single yellow one, Tiago.
Yeah, Tiago, wrong group, man. Wrong group. I don't know what you're talking about. But everyone, these are the groups. We're going to go to 11 Yanks to talk about every single group. I'm going to do a prediction video next week. It'll be an edited video. I need to think about what's going to be with the full bracket. But right now, we're going to do a live reaction at 11 Yanks. So you guys can drop a like on this video. Before we go, say, watch us face Bolivia in Denver. We won't. The bracket's out. I think we play Bolivia in Kansas City, I think, or Atlanta. Kansas City or something like that. But everyone, before we go, I'm going to put a quick word from our sponsor, Underdog. The promo code is TMTV, and the link is on the description. Everyone, we're going to go to 11 Yanks. Quick word from our sponsor, and then I'll say bye to you guys in a second. And thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for sponsoring Tactical Manager TV. Underdog Fantasy is a fun game to play prior to any soccer match, or basketball, or football as well, but we don't talk about those two in Tactical Manager TV. Sometimes basketball during live watch-alongs. I have been playing Underdog Fantasy for over a year now. You can download the app by using the link on the description of this video, and you can also use the promo code TMTV. And Underdog will be matching your first deposit for up to $100. And in the process, you'll be helping the channel avoid bankruptcy. The game I mainly play is called Pick'em. You just click on it, scroll to the soccer section, and pick a player for a specific match and select the stats that you believe will be lower or higher. It's very easy to play, but be smart about your picks because it's not easy to win. I'll be playing some Underdog Fantasy during some match live streams or match live watch-alongs, so stay tuned for that, as I will be forced to cheer for a player or root against him. Now, I am a professional hater, so I'll probably be rooting for the player's downfall. Once again, don't forget to use the promo code TMTV and use the link on the description of this video. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for sponsoring the channel. So again, here are the groups before we go. I'm going to close it here. Group A, Argentina, Peru, Chile, Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela. On Group B, Group C, United States, Uruguay, Panama, and Bolivia, and then Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and Jamaica. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let's go to 11 Yanks to close things out. I'll do the prediction video next week. Bye-bye.